Wishing you a beautiful day from our morning walk. And today I would like to talk about a topic that is touching absolutely everybody. And this topic is relationships. I spoke about this topic many times before, and I always say that most important thing in any relationship, if it's a partner loving relationship between partners, if it's family relationship or friendship with your friends, the main thing in every relationship is communication. Because without communication, the other person doesn't know what's going on in your mind, doesn't know how you feel, what you expect from the other person to strengthen the relationship. And I see it all the time that many relationship, especially I want to focus on love relationships today, partners. I see it all the time that partners will talk about each other behind their backs and complain to their friends and families, but they don't communicate the issues they have with each other, which is so important. If there is any issue you have with your partner, if there is any behavior you don't like or you are not happy with, communicate it with your partner straight away. Because many times partners say like, oh, they should know or they should realize they're doing this mistake. But remember, each of us is different. We all think differently. We have different mind and different perception of what's happening around us. So because you see certain situation this way and it's irritating you, doesn't mean your partner is seeing that situation the same way. He might think it's absolutely okay and it's completely fine. So if you have any issues in your relationship with your partner, communicate them. Talk to them, sit them down, communicate it in a peaceful manner. Don't scream, don't get angry, because this is just worsening the whole situation. But try to communicate it in a good way. Just express your disagreements or your feelings, what you're unhappy about, and also ask them their opinion, the same thing about you, if there is anything you should change about your relationship, about your behavior, excuse me. And also, if there is something you really like what they do, also let them know. It's very nice if you tell your partner like, oh, I really like these little guests when you make me breakfast once a week, and bring them to bed for me. Like always express how you feel about the situations, about your partner, and especially the problems, because problems that we are avoiding are only escalating and getting worse and worse. And many times we are holding it in and then we explode because it's so much of it, we don't know how to handle it peacefully anymore. So when it comes to partners, a loving relationship, I see it many times. Partners are in relationships they are not happy in, and they won't communicate the problem. And especially even if you try to communicate the problem and you see it's not getting anywhere, it's happening again and again and again, then I think it's time that you consider ending the relationship. But many people are so scared of this because it's a big step. If you're with somebody for a few years, of course you shared so much of a life together, and it's difficult to end this relationship. But if you are unhappy and this relationship doesn't fill your soul anymore, I think it's time to take a step and just change this, and maybe consider to be on your own for a while. And I know these changes are scary for us because, as I always say, our subconscious mind is the part of the brain that is controlling over 95% of our behaviors, and it only wants to keep us safe. And it's keeping us safe by getting us stuck in the situations that we already know, because something that we know is safe, and any new changes are scary for our subconscious mind. That's why it's trying to hold you back from changes that would bring some positive benefits to your life. Like when it comes to relationships, one of my friends told me the other day, like, oh, you have such a high standards. Like if you'll keep being so picky, you'll be on your own for the rest of your life. Because I am on my own for a year and a half now, and because I've been in 3 long-term relationships, I've been in a past time. That means they didn't work out. Because of this, I am very careful who I'm dating anymore and who I let into my life. Because if there are any behaviors that I don't like about certain person that I'm dating, I'm just not gonna go into this, because I don't want to face dealing with the same problem again and again in the future. And it's not about me being picky, it's about having my values and my standards, and anything that is less than that, I just won't go into this. And if this means I'll be on my own for a very long time or even forever, I'll rather be on my own and being happy than being in a relationship with somebody that I'm not happy with, just not to be on my own. And by the way, this is something I wanted to mention as well, how important is relationship with yourself. Before you jump into any relationship with other person, which we do many times because we expect other person to make us happy and to bring something new to our lives, we never take time to get to know ourselves, what we love, what behaviors we expect from the other people, what behaviors we won't tolerate absolutely, or what are our hobbies, what we really want to do with our lives, you know, like our daily routine. And this is the most important relationship that you have in your life. It's the relationship with yourself. So always take time to get to know yourself, what you want from life, what you expect, before you jump into another relationship. Because only when you are feeling happy and content on your own, only then you will be able to give love and to give all the positivity to other person who you want to start your relationship with. And if you're one of those people that you feel like you always attract the same type of person in your life, like many people say, like, oh, I always attract idiots, or I always fall into the same trap with the same type of person. You don't attract idiots, let's say, or the same type of person, you are seeking them out. And this is again when it comes to your subconscious mind, because as I said, subconscious mind controls your behaviors, and subconscious mind wants to keep you safe. And what is safe is that what it already knows. That's why you always keep searching the same type of partners, because that's what your subconscious mind already knows and is afraid of anything new and anything different. Even if it was some good person, some good relationship that you could have, your subconscious mind is probably going to reject it because it's afraid of it. I'll give you an example. I was working with a client, and one of her main problem was that she was always falling for the same type of person, man, that didn't treat her well. And she said it. She said, I knew I shouldn't be with those guys, I shouldn't marry those men, and something inside of me was telling me I shouldn't, but I did it anyway. And when we work closely with each other, we found out that her parents never gave her love and affection that she would need, and especially father was treating her with hostility, and he was saying he wished to have boys instead of girls, and as I said, never showed her any love, affection, and was always treating her with the cold feelings. So this was practically the only thing she knew from a man's figure in her life, and that's why her subconscious mind was seeking bad relationships where she wasn't treated well, because this was the only thing she knew from her childhood, and this is what her subconscious mind saw as safe, because remember, your subconscious mind always seeks what is already knows, because anything new, anything different sees as a threat, even if it would be something positive, even if it would be something that would bring great differences to your life. Your subconscious mind is going to reject it because of that. So if you feel like you always fall for the same bad relationship and you don't know why, you just can't stop, or why you always find yourself in this situation, contact me. We can organize a 20 minutes phone call where we'll just look very quickly into your subconscious mind and see what your issues are, and then we can work closely one-on-one together, and we'll practically reprogram you for positive changes and for rejecting anything that doesn't make you happy anymore. So I hope you learned something from this video today, that you found yourself in some of these situations. And again, communication is the key in any relationship, and the first relationship you should be focusing on is with yourself. Start with yourself, get to know yourself, love yourself, find out what you would like to do with your life and what you really enjoy, and only then you can make somebody else happy. So changes start within you.